jumlah ya dari pemain-pemain alter ego juga kalau
ya. Bren Esports, the TDA machine. Puro tayo Filipino sniper, puro tayo Filipino savage. Pinapaalala ni Haji sa inyo kung sino si TDA machine. Etong kanilang obvious. Binigay na lang ng Bren. Sabi ng blacklist. Ito na Haji! Yung mga heroes. Haji tries to take down. Blacklist International. Ang makakakuha ng unang punto.
A team with a new lineup going up against two of the young bloods of Runny Sports. These young and new players aim to cement their name in the league.
For Onyx Philippines, galing sila sa team ng Anarchy. So, ibig sabihin, itong team na ito, matunog to sa amateur scene. Unleash the Anarchy up upon the land of those.
Nice throw mula dito kay Donald this time.
Oy, dumata.
Pasada to na ang ganda ng lakas na naman ni Super Prince. What a play! Super Prince picking off.
Super Prince, yung kalaban nyo, the reigning champs. Kayo yung pinakabago. Ano yung pinag-uusapan nyo kanina?
Na-pressure po kasi kahit champion sila, kaya namin sumabay. Bibigay namin yung champion sa Onyx ngayong season.
Good day, everybody! You are all in for a treat. Let me hear some noise if you're excited. Amazing. I'm Mara Aquino, and you're watching MPL Philippines Season 10. Now, this is already week 3 of our season, and of course, we're here to witness our very own Filipino players set the stage on fire. The question stays the same. Who will be the best Filipino player for MPL Philippines Season 10? Now, before we head into action, it's time to thank our sponsors. MPL Philippines Season 10 is brought to you by our official telco partner, Smart, the Philippines' fastest 5G mobile network, based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q1, Q2 2021, and Q3, Q4 2021. Ookla trademarks use under license with permission. Our official sponsors, Samsung, awesome is what I'm doing. Maya, it's everything. And a bank. McDelivery, your ultimate game day buddy. And our official content partner, TikTok. And our partners in esports, Secret Lab, EO Executive Optical, and Sneak Attack. Now, to assure the equality and fairness of MPL Philippines Season 10, this game is monitored by the Games and Amusement Board of the Philippines. Now, don't forget the season's MPL is for free. All you have to do is come here to watch live at the Eyesight Building in Eastwood, Quezon City. First come, first serve. Now, we require a negative antigen test result, so for your convenience, antigen kits are available at the venue. If you can't be here, you can still participate by checking out MPL Philippines Facebook page and look for 10-week promo post to join our weekly giveaway promo. Care of MPL and our sponsors. Join now and see you around. Now to give up to our courtside reporter.
Again, hopefully, we would be able to see that in just right now. Lalo na ngayon, ang dami nangyari, wins and intense matchup from last week. As we can see it, it's Steve would be able to do that this week. RSG Philippines, the Raiders landing in at the 7th spot with 3 points. Bren Esports landing themselves at number 6 with 4, and NXP. Sa kabilang naman, ang Opines having at least 6 points. Pero pero hindi rin naman magpapahuli. Ang lalo-lalo na ang magbabago ng estado ng standings natin ngayon because it's Onyx, Philippines, Smart Omega, and Blacklist International all with 8 points. Nang sa ganun ay malaman na talaga natin kung sino nga ba ang tunay na aangat sa ating standing. But so far, man, 2 series ang kailangan nating saksihan ngayon, most especially because this is gonna be the tiebreakers doon sa top 3 matchups na makikita natin. For the first series, it's mid lane madness. It's All My Venus, Haji, and Wise versus Super Prince, Rapidot, and Sensui. Will the array of happening in just a few minutes. Pero syempre, para naman sa ating huling serye na hindi rin naman magpapahuli ay ang barangay laban sa Neon Tigers. Will the Neon Tigers be able to bring the fight into the jungle they're familiar with? Or magtipon-tipon ang barangay to finish the series off? It's Smart Omega versus Next Play Evos happening later on at 8 p.m. And this time around, excited na siguro ang lahat ng ating mga audience. So I'm pretty curious to say kung sino ba dyan. Okay. I'm sensing some lovable energy from our audience today, which is why, taking a look over here at the back, meron akong mga nakausap kanina that actually mentioned that there were a lot of people moving forward, pero I believe that it's time for us to be able to talk to them because they are over here on this side, right? As far as I can remember, right? So, let's give the floor to them just a little bit because these guys, this couple right here, ay nagse-celebrate ng kanilang 33rd monthsary today. And pinili nila na mag-MPL. So please stand up on stage. Please stand up. Let's give space to the couple. Ang sarap sa feeling, di ba? Ang sarap sa feeling. Again, please state your name and alam mo yun, ano ba yung pakiramdam or ano yung difference pag sineselebrate nyo yung monthsary nyo dito? Alright. Okay, I got you. There you go.
This is a very special day. Dahil sa kanila actually, kakilala ka.
That's cute. Ang cute naman, no? Like, legit dahil sa blacklist nagkakilala kayo.
Yes, actually dahil sa legendary S10 ni Ma'am Shu.
Now that's good. Anong masasabi mo doon? Kasi kwento niya na yung backstory nyo. So, anong i-expect namin sa future?
Engaged.
Pwede pa kaila kasal?
We are actually already engaged.
Engaged na sila! Let's go! That is beautiful. But, of course, what is your advice para doon sa ating mga players na naglalaro ng ML na merong kanilang duo na, alam mo yun, how to keep the relationship? Kasi, syempre, 33 months pa naman kayo, di ba? Di ba, 33 months na kayo and how do you keep the relationship smooth like, you know, Blacklist's gameplay?
Actually, the most important thing pag nag-play kayo ng partner no, is, first of all, na mag-enjoy kayo parehas. That's the most special thing na mangyari. Then, yun lang, na-enjoy nyo yung game nyo everyday. Actually, yung ML is built for entertainment and para mag-enjoy kayo as a partner.
Oh, man. Wonderful answer. So please take all of these. Consider this as, you know, the engagement gift that we have here. Pero teka lang. Okay. Are we actually gonna do this? Pero sige, we managed to sit down kasi syempre man, may protocols pa rin. But give a round of applause once again to, of course, our couple right over there wearing black and white. Nakakatuwa naman napansinin na ang daming mga tao na tunay na sumusuporta sa MPL as of this moment na hanggang ngayon ay pinapakita pa rin talaga nila na todo ang kanilang pagbibigay ng kanilang mga cheers and of course support to the rest of the members din. Pero syempre, we still want to talk to some people over here. I feel like he's looking at the camera right now eh. Ayun oh, nakatingin na siya dito eh. Ayun, you already managed to say hi, so please take the microphone and stand up para sa ating lahat because of course, everyone wants to see your beautiful face. So anong pangalan mo?
Hello, my name is Ivan Clyde Libaw po. And
Hello sa lahat dyan! Beautiful. So, what are you expecting for this matchup? Not only for Blacklist, not only for Onyx, but for the whole series in general.
I think sulit na sulit yung ating series for today. Hindi lang yung match 1, pati na rin yung match 2. Super ganda ng lineup at matches ngayon. So, dapat talagang abangan.
Hey, Ivan said it, not me. And ganyan din ang sasabihin ng ating live audience. So I'm pretty sure the panel is ready for everything that is about to go their way. So panel, please take it away.
Thank you so much, Sana. You see, when you watch MLBB, you will find love. So welcome to the Panel Lounge. Kasama natin dito, Nice and Santi, Caster Search, product ng Caster Search. How are you guys doing?
Feeling red.
Feeling
Oo nga eh. Parang hindi
Okay.
namin binlano to ah.
We did not plan this. Great minds think alike. Nagulat ako pagpasok ko, wait, we're all wearing the same thing. Kasi nararamdaman naman yung love, katulad sa audience natin kanina. Di ba? They're 33 months bringing people together. You know what? We have something else for you because we love our community so much. We have our Smart Power All community feature. Santi.
Powerall with Smart's new Powerall 99 with 8 gigabytes for all sites and apps, and Unli TikTok and Unli text to all networks. All that power for 7 days and just for 99 pesos. Load now.
Post on social media a photo of you watching the stream using a mobile phone. Importante yan. Kailangan mobile phone talaga yung gamit nyo. With the hashtags, hashtag lakas natin to, and hashtag Smart Powers MPL S10. And get a chance to be featured in our show. One featured person every day will win a special skin courtesy of Smart. We will announce the winner during the last match of the day, so stay tuned.
So napaka-nice nito kasi even though we feature the audience when they're here, even though they're not here, they still have a chance to get featured anywhere in the world by participating sa ating Smart Community feature. You should also watch out for the Samsung awesome value prediction. At some point in the game, a poll will show up and you will have until the timer runs out to comment your prediction. Predixie time. Dito sa ating screen, gamitin ng hashtag Samsung, hashtag awesome always wins. One lucky person who guesses correctly will win Samsung A33 5G. My gosh, you get to win a phone in week 4 of the regular season. So make sure to keep an eye out on the poll. So guys, kailangan nilang mag-participate so they get to have special skin, they get to have a Samsung phone. So ang gaganda ng mga prices natin dito, no, just for being active.
Yeah, which is already week 4 is next week. So if you guys want to win a phone, make sure you join those giveaways. Santi, there's a lot we're giving away.
Oo, pwede pa sila humabol. Saktong-sakto na. Week 3 pa lang tayo ngayon. And sa week 4 pa naman, malalaman kung sino yung mananalo. If you want to win that phone, kailangan nyo nang humabol ngayon na mismo doon sa ating mga pag-giveaway. And of course, yung mga skins hindi lang naman doon tayo pwedeng manalo Madami pa tayong giveaway. Pagkakaalam ko, kahit yung Mac Delivery, may pamigay din.
Okay, you know what? You guys can also score a free Elite skin. Comment the hashtag McDelivery Gaming Buddy and your favorite McDo food on every MPL Season 10 stream on McDonald's PH Facebook page. 70 lucky commenters will be randomly picked. So, ang dami nun, 70 people. So, keep those coming in. Keep on participating. That way, you can get some awesome prizes. Ikaw naman, you know what? We can actually head out to our first match of the day today. Here
we go, Blacklist International. As we take a look at the lineup, this is what we're expecting, right? This is the champion.
With Rapido, Nets, Sensui, and Super Friends. And itong mga bagong tayong lahat ine-expect natin hindi sila gaano makakapag na kumbaga nire-respeto ng mga contenders dito ngayon.
And you know what? I think both teams are ready.
Dexter, Rice, Omar Fellis. Lakas na to.
After conquering the throne of another world champion, they are set to face a familiar foe.
Naruto.
Proving to everyone that they are still the strongest lineup the Philippines has ever had. Can the agents decode the hot start of the Super Rookies? Now let's give it up for Edward in XP lane, Ohem in gold lane, V in mid, Wise in jungle, and Hachi in row. Breaking the code to reclaim the crown, Blacklist International!
Birumena, surprise. Yeah. Kaya kape, ano na tayo rito?
From the amateur scene, this team proved that they can go up with the best in the league. After defeating the reigning champions, they are set to face another champion. Can these rookies prove that they are this season's enigma? Let's give it up for Yoda in XP lane. Next, in the gold lane, Sensui in the jungle, Rapidot in Rome, and Super Prince in the middle lane. Check your clocks, ladies and gentlemen, because it's Onic time! Onic Philippines!
Content. Oh, kapten ni Wise. Iya, kapten ni Wise. Iya, kapten ni Wise.
It's so amazing when the teams get creative. Oh, kalimutan mo dyan sa...
Yeah.
Ano yung post na yun?
It was the team of Kakashi, I
Oh,
think, right?
Kakashi.
Yeah.
Shidori. Yun
Yes.
yun.
Kompleto
Sa
sila.
Onic, may
Ano,
napansin ka
usual,
kanina eh.
one time visit talaga.
Pero may napansin ka,
Oo.
di ba?
Si Rapidot may posing siyang bago. Ginagawa niya lagi pag nakatapat sa
What does that mean? Pero ito, paano nga ba yung winning conditions of these two teams in this match? Let's call on Reptar to give us the keys to victory. Reptar, your 90 seconds starts right now.
We've got ninjas, time travelers, everyone in the talents wearing red. It's like MPL Philippines Spirit Day up in here. Let's talk about the keys to victory. My name is Reptar. Starting off with Blacklist International, you can look at the 6 members of Onic PH and see them all as an equal threat. We know Super Friends and Rapidude really set the tempo for Onic with their quick and decisive rotations. Kahit isang kalaban lang makikita nila sa jungle, guguluhin nila ang taon para ma-disrupt yung rotations ng buong opposing team. It has to start with the draft. When it comes to Blacklist International, you have to get a good hero pairing for Oh My Venus and Haji to potentially match up the hero pairing of Super Friends and Rapidude. Now, we've seen so far that the more Onic PH plays their confident and disruptive style, the higher the chance they can take control of the game. Blacklist International, they're really great with punishing after objective team fights, but Onic PH have proven that they are great with setting the tempo and taking control of the game early on. For example, the faster you delay the farm of Oh Heaven potentially Wise, then the higher the chance for Onic PH to potentially even win this series.
this will be a race also for the Diggy and the Faramis. We haven't seen Faramis for Blacklist, but we've seen Diggy for both teams. And also, if you ask me, 2 more hero picks to watch out for, we have to watch out for the Cho and the Savior. I can't believe it. Star match right away, so let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Panel, back to you.
Thank you, Ranmar, for the 90 seconds keys to victory. All right, Naisu, may nakita ka kanina, may kinoment ka eh. Binanggit si Super Friends and Rapidon. What were you saying about that?
Well, I think, again, there's a comparison going on here, right? In the mid lane matchup, especially, there was all the posters on the social media, too, the mid lane madness. So I think a lot of it, too, is Haji versus Super Prince. Super Prince, there's been a lot of focus on Super Prince's performance the last few weeks. And this is why I feel like him going up in that mid lane is going to be huge.
For me, maganda yung keys to victory na nakita ko dun, yung race to the Faramis and the Diggy. Since both of these teams are definitely gunning up or running up the strategy on the Diggy. So paunahan kung sino makakuha nito, and even yung Faramis na sobrang ganda yung meta, posibleng gamitin ng Blacklist International para dun sa Ubistrat.
So now, we should start the mid lane madness. Onyx Philippines versus Blacklist International. Casters, pasok.
Muling pinagtagpo at ngayon, may nag-ibang anyo. Tadhana yung paglaro dito sa dalawang team na ito at oras na para sa bagong yugto. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Casters Desk. Ako pala si Butters, kasama ko ngayon si Manjin at si Chantel. Kamusta naman kayo?
What's good? Mahaba ang ating pahinga and it's been ilang araw bago nagkaroon ulit ng MPL, unti-unti nang nagkakaroon ng momentum ang bawat teams. Kaya naman, speaking of momentum, itong momentum game na to ay napaka-important for both of these teams.
And yung standings kasi ng teams natin ngayon ay madami nakaabang. Because for Onyx, grabe yung panggulat nila this season, and for Blacklist International, they are at the top.
Yeah.
So ang daming looking forward na magtapat talaga sila ngayon.
And I'm so happy na ito yung ating naging star match of the week din. Kasi pwede nating sabihin underdog versus the final boss. Na sinabi nga natin na Blacklist International still a dominant team, lalo na bumalik sila sa kanyang prime form, na para bang nung pumasok sila still undefeated, number 1 pa rin sa standings, pero nung pumasok ang Onyx, maraming nagsabi na baka mahirapan yung Onyx kasi the usual na nangyayari sa bagong teams ay nahihirapan sa MPL, but then again, yung feat na nagawa nila last week, natalo nila ang defending MPL champions, RSG. Hindi birong feat yun.
Na Onyx, tinalo nila yung RSG katulad sinabi mo, and may isang kampiyon na naman silang haharapin.
Yes,
Definitely, masasabi natin na itong form ng Blacklist International na ito ay hindi pa gaano na-decode ng ating ibang mga teams.
Yes. At ang last time na nangyari yung dekodan na sinasabi mo ay yung on-form Onyx din. Nung nabuo yung banana split.
Yes.
I think that was season 8.
Season 8.
Yeah, nandun pa si Baloyski na talagang nagulat din lahat kasi finally may nakadecode. One time ay nakita natin NXPE Game 2 nung week 1. Pero ngayon, may bago bang pandikod ang Onyx PH?
Napakaganda nung in-example mo dito ng mga teams because these are the teams na biglang may pinasok na bagong strategy. Sakto doon sa case to victory earlier, wherein they have to play to disrupt and to surprise you. Diba? Parang ganun yung kailangan nila ngayon. Hindi sila basta pwedeng maglabas ng alam mo nang gagawin nila.
I think ang mga pwedeng mag-surprise dito, si Rapidot or si Super Prince, yung pinag-usapan kanina ng panel na yung mid-lane madness nga ay pwedeng mangyari. Ang napaka-interesting kasi si Super Prince ay ka-aura si Haji pagdating sa laro, di ba?
And yes, and sila yung, di ba kung tinawag si Haji na KDA machine, ang tawag ngayon kay Super Friends is KDA Hunter.
Mamaya natin pag-usapan si KDA Hunter at si KDA Machine because we have our drafting phase now on. Onyx, nag-ban sila ng Matilda at ng Diggy. While naman sa side ng Blacklist ay tinanggal nila yung Ling and they're waiting for another possible ban.
For Onyx, very interesting ang binan nila dito. These are the usual bans. If you are up against Blacklist International, definitely these are my Venus' heroes. And for the Diggy kasi, may tendency yung Blacklist ngayon, if you look at the trend of their drafting this season 10 rather. Kapag ka-open yung Diggy on the second phase ng drafting natin, automatic, kinukuha na talaga agad siya.
Taas ang emphasis kasi din doon sa gold lane matchup, especially kapag meron kang isang support na kayang protektahan yung gold play na yon at mukhang ganun nga yung gustong gawin ng side ng kupunan ng Blacklist. Meanwhile, Onyx is taking their time. Do you still go for the Ultra Venus ban dito, do?
Kaso si ang tanong sa akin ngayon is ang dami ng sumubok nung ruta na to.
Yeah.
Na ibaban mo yung mga heroes ni V.
So, nag-iba.
Tapos, hindi din naman gumagana. So ngayon, Onyx, they will try to be versatile or flexible with their bans. Ang
Yes.
gagawin nila is baban sila ng dalawang V-hero, tapos nagbaban sila ng isang OHEB hero.
Yeah.
Yes, napakasakto dito OHEB Hero because for Blacklist International, prioritize nila. So,
Choba.
open dito sila Paramis, Valentina,
Yeah.
and Julian.
Yeah, so pilian na lang yan eh. Pilian na lang ito yung mga poison picks, di ba? Na sinasabi mo. So pwedeng magparamis nga din ang kupunan ngayon ng Onyx. And may sagot din naman ng Blacklist. Nakikita natin si Haji na gumagamit din nung Julian or maybe yung Valentina. Pero I like also the Choba ng Blacklist. Pwedeng magkaubusan din ng tanks dito. Chantel, si Rapidot ay
yes.
talagang nakikita natin kung paano niya binubuo yung sangkap ng Onyx pagdating dito sa mga tank setup heroes.
Kumbaga, tama binanggit mo yan. It makes sense. Yung 1-1 and Cho kasi yun yung pinakaginamit ng Onyx sa last na laban nila. Poke, tapos instant na lipad for 1-1. Very interesting na pagkuha dito for Onyx. Most likely, this is going to be a Franco that will stay early part pa lang.
Okay.
Ayun nga eh, parang definitely medyo weird na magkaroon tayo ng Franco pick dito agad dahil nga si Franco ay pumapasok yan sa second phase ng pickings mostly. Akai is a good pick kasi dininay mo na yung Akai sa side ng Blacklist International tapos nakakuha ka pa ng isang strong jungler. But on the side of Blacklist International, Valentina ang isa sa mga heroes na minamata nila. Napakaganda niyan, especially if you're up against the Akai. Meron kang sarili mong heavy spin na pwede mong ipantaboy din sa ibang members ng kabilang team.
And another thing, since more on a team fight ang gusto ng Onyx, since Blacklist International has the Valentina, kailangan nilang pumili ng mga heroes ngayon na hindi advisable na gamitin yung ultimate. So, we've seen a lot of games wherein merong Paramis. Ayan, para sa side ng ating mga players ngayon. So, very, very interesting para sa dalawang teams
At
natin.
baka mapunta nga to kay Super Prince kasi consistent din ang kanyang mga routine na ginagawa last time. This Akai pick is also a flex pick para sa koponan pa ng Onyx. Si Sensui ay nag-a-Akai. Pwede ring mapunta yan kay Mr. Rapidot. Ngayon, kukuha pa ng isang flex ang koponan ng Onyx. Hindi pa natin alam kung saan din pipwesto itong Pakito. So either, kung ikaw ang Blacklist, napaka-interesting nito para sa Onyx, pinapapili nila yung Blacklist. Sino ang gusto nyong maging jungle namin? Yung ano ba? Yung Pakito ba? Or yung Akai?
Actually, dito sa pattern ng draft nila, I would say, napapasok na si Akai doon sa jungler role.
Jungle na.
Kasi kung iisipin mo, pwede mo ilagay si Pakito doon sa may XP lane. At pwede siya din maging damage dealer. So, ibig sabihin, meron ng balance eh. Hindi mo na kailangan maglagay ng tangke doon sa may sustain lane or sa XP lane. Kasi meron ka ng Akai. But for the side of Blacklist, meron silang sagot. It's going to be Esmeralda. And sabihin na lang natin, hot priority. Etong isang Esmeralda kapag dating sa mga ganitong pickings.
Then Edward Special pa rin, the role player for the side of Blacklist International. So if you're Blacklist, you want to ban someone that can shred the Esmeralda and can catch the Claude.
Yung mga big, either artillery burst para mapigilan din yung Esmeralda kasi may hirapan sila later on. Imagine may Valentina na, kumaga ang dami mo i-consider ng mga ultimates, tapos meron pa pag mag-zone. So for Blacklist International, pwede sila
So nire-respeto pa rin ng Blacklist na yung Paramis ay pwedeng hindi mapunta kay Super Prince. Ito yung maganda din kay Coach Bonchan eh. Meron siya nung tinatawag na respetuhin mo yung kalaban mo. Binaban niya talaga. Kung makikita mo to sa mga games niya, ginagawa niya talaga to. Binaban niya talaga yung mga heroes na madalas ginagamit para talagang ma-off din yung isang team sa mga pinapractice nilang picks.
Alam mo, napakatalino na itong ginawa ng side ng Onyx. Tinanggal na yung S10. Kasi kung isipin mo, may Valentina ka, pwede mo i-IMU yung Cult Altar. Tapos after ng Cult Altar, meron ka pang Blessing of the Moon Goddess. So parang ano na,
super ube.
super sustain.
Super
super
sustain if
ube.
ever. Super ube if ever. Special ube.
Toyota na kailangan nila katay si Prince at si Rapidot. Yung yun eh.
Yung in-sync eh.
Kumbaga parang ginagawa dito ng Onyx, alam nila lumulusot din kasi sa pader yung Paramis. So after that, mabilis din mabuhay yung Paramis because of the passive. And to think for Onyx, alam nila yung timings ng kanilang mga skills. For Blacklist International though, they really have to do something kapag problema nila is overstaying on those team fights.
Yeah.
And for the side of our marksman naman, Win of Nature, meron na dito si Oheb. Kaya pala naging matapang din siya kanina against Nets. So for Nets naman, ang pinakapang bibitaw niya kasi dito against Oheb is the criticals. So DPS-wise kasi, it would be on the side of Oheb. Pero yung mga biglang putok na damage,
Ang sakit ng volley
kay
shots.
Nets, ang sakit kasi
Sakit
talaga
ng volley
parang ramdam
shots.
mo yung tunog eh. Tunog pa lang.
Pinatunog.
Oo.
Paano yung tunog daw? Paano tunog?
Ayan na naman kayo.
Paano yung tunog? Dug yung sakit no. Ikaw pa naman. Volleyball pa nga lang. Bad beats ka na. Paano pa kaya pag soccer ball?
O, diba?
Diba?
Parang
14
papakat yun eh.
14 to 10. Napaka-interesting. Kasi yung Onyx, alam nila na kailangan at early game we go. And then pinag-uusapan natin tong kanina, yung Bruno pick. Sinuggest ko pa nga kanina si Static Shock, si Brody. Pero sabi nila, ba't mo ka na mapapahirapan sarili mo? Eh di mag-Bruno ka na lang, no normal ka lang, tapos burst, di ba?
Oo, kumbaga parang, nakikita ko rin pala dito by the way sa ating laban, yung mga spells. Off. Okay.
Ng galawan, ha?
Inaana lang muna ng Onyx.
Nakakatansyahan na naman ang side ng Onyx at ng Blacklist. Nakuha dito ng mid-lane turret yung side ng Onyx. Blacklist International, clearly they are at the ropes.
Yeah.
Kailangan nila makaalis doon.
Yeah.
Kailangan nila bigyan ng space yung sarili nila para makahinga ng kahit papano. Kaso, talagang sama-sama na. Ito na yung galaw. Ito na yung ultimate bonding experience.
O, kumbaga parang nakikita ko naman ngayon for the side of Onyx, yung spells kasi nila dito is the flicker. Kumbaga yung displacement ng mga spells nila, either pantakas or panghabol. Yung sa side kasi ng Blacklist International, more on Purify. So pag ginamit mo yung Purify, yung mga disable skills lang, yung mga kontra mo, pero yung pwesto mo nandun pa rin. Kaya yung side ng Onyx, dina-double pacing nila yung movement nila.
Yeah, so pati yung flicker kasi minsan pwede mong ipang-fake sa bush eh.
Yes.
So meron kang, may pagka-outplay yung dating. Para sa kupunan ng Onyx dito. Kasi yung Purify, after ng Purify, alam mong wala na eh. Wala na pupuntahan to eh. So pwede mong i-bait lang yung Purify.
Kumbaga parang yung heal na lang dito in movement speed from Rafaela yung pinaka-aasahan nila para makapag-disengage sila doon sa team fight. But anyway, very crucial dito ang positioning Super Prince and Sensui. And the same goes with Next. But yung force to, by the way.
Sumubok dito na ako na mamali yung Onyx ng pwesto. Inubo sila ni Wise. Nabitin yung Al-Artar. Ang pagkakamali. At ito na nga ang itatama. The Blacklist International. The role player. Edward with the initiations. Walang na-burn. Na-purify. Sa laban na yun. Napitas si Super Prince.
Sinubukan ng side ng Onyx na isalba pa si Nets. Kaso nung panahon na pumasok si Super Prince ng isang Cold Altar at Flicker, hindi umabot. Rapidot, nandun sa may area. Ikot-ikot, tumiligit-ligit. At si Wise, talagang tinututukan lang yung Lord.
Shot calling prowess. The shot calling prowess ng Reyna talaga. Knowing na wala nang susuporta kay na Nets. Libreng Lord. Ito yung minimension ni Butters kanina. Na yung puso ng Blacklist na nasa mga ganitong sitwasyon, yung shot calling comebacks na nangyari.
And kitang-kita natin yon on that last team fight. Talagang ginoo ng side ng Blacklist International because they know na usually ang magkasama lang is Nets and even Super Prince. So kumbaga parang alam nila na iba yung positioning. So baguhin natin saglit yung positioning natin para makapag-advance tayo. Talagang grabe yung mga shadow stacked dito ng side ng Onyx. So for Blacklist International, they really have to maximize the Lord or pwede masikip mo kumbaga parang pwede na sila manggulat against Onyx on this moment.
Dito magkakatalo yung experience sa Blacklist International in the late game. The experience nila sa mga decision making. Shadow Stampede ay pinap na naman. Classic Edward na nag-i-initiate. Sabay lethal counter na lang bigla. Si Edward ngayon ang inatake. Ninakap si Edward. Yung Shadow Stampede. Pokes lang muna. For both of these guys.
At pababak muna yung dalawa. Kung papansinin mo, Blacklist International, they're taking their sweet time. Hindi sila nagmamadali. Wala silang masyadong ginagawa. Ang gagawin lang nila is to take down yung mga turrets. Yun lang yung kailangan nila gawin. Kasi doon sila nalalamangan ng side ng Onyx at yun yung kailangan nila ipantay.
Kumbaga kailangan din nilang pigilan dito na magkaroon ng farm yung side ng Onyx at para malaman nila kung saan po pwesto. But speaking of kung saan po pwesto, even for Blacklist International, pwede sila pumasok anytime.
Nag-initiate si Edward. Nag-initiate din si Mamshu.
Meron
na sa harap si Mamshu.
Pauli ba ang Reyna? At buhay ang Reyna! Dalawang Beyblade ang nag-ikutan doon pero natulak ng isang Beyblade palayo.
Kamuntikan actually din doon. Si Oh My Venus, that was a call sana na go or not, go or
wise.
Lamang pa rin ang pistol!
Matamis, matamis.
Lamang pa rin ang ube! Huliin mo man kaming apat advantage namin yun! Sabi ng Blacklist Blacklist International kung pabilisan ng damage ang usapan, mas bumibili sila dahil kay Oheb. Rapido, napakaganda na kay initiation pero wala masyadong AOE na back up doon. Yung initiation na yun na.
And speaking of initiation, napakagandang initiation from
Hindi dapat
Onyx,
check,
pero Black
ayos
Ops International,
kasi.
naging counter nila doon was, imagine, napakalit ng buhay ni Ma'am Shoes kanina, pero nandun siya sa may likod na likod.
Pinaka-likod talaga siya.
Kumbaga parang walang masyadong papasok ngayon from the side of Onyx dahil medyo pawala na yung kanilang cult altar at that moment. And because of the positioning of Oh My V, naging continuous yung sustain from them, the heal, and the movement speed, kaya nakapag-advance na Apex.
Gusto ko lang sabihin siya dahil wala pa din si Oheb dito. Mayroon pa rin siyang immortality. Nagkaikutan na naman. Si Wise umikot din.
Oh, may suntok.
Lord is the main target. Yung Lord ng kuryente na slow.
Holy baptism.
Altar.
Nice call!
Oh
Grabe
my
yung
God.
call nila doon. After that cult altar, umalis agad at nag-disengage yung side ng Blacklist.
Yes.
Kailangan i-give up na ata ng Onyx etong Lord na ito.
Okay,
pero hindi sila
altar din dito sa kupunan ng Blacklist International. Magbabakla ng masyadong Santi. Magkakatabi pa rin ng Blacklist International. Nag-recall pa nga tayo yung backline. Sila is the main target. Tignan nyo yung taas. Next. Oh, 1v4 na lang to.
Hey, 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 wait out, hey.
Nothing.
Wait out, hey. Wait out, hey.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ano? Flop, please. Tolong, lihat. Gimana kau kaon?
Ano? Saan ang galing?
Anong nangyari?
Okay, kill juga. Terjadi di Filipina juga. Aduh.
Onyx magic is real.
Sabi natin kanina, masakit na yung crits ng Bruno. Yung pala, it's all part of the plan. Walang ultimate yung Atlas. Binate dito ng Onyx na magbubo silang for a team fight all along. It's all about the split push. Again, banana split.
Bumalik sila sa classic.
Alam mo,
Binanana split.
ito yun eh. Ito yun. Di ba, una, Onyx yung nananalo. Hinahanapan ng paraan ng Blacklist. Ang hindi alam ng Blacklist, hinahanapan na para sila ng paraan ng Onyx.
Grabe. Yun pala. Kanina pinag-uusapan natin, what's the marksman pick? What's the marksman pick? Borno!
Oh, kailangan...
Borno!
Ang pinaka napansin ko lang talaga dito kay Nets, na-maximize niya yung mecha legs niya at that moment.
Ay, oo, nabuhay siya.
At saka if ever na hindi niya nasalo, kahit isang bola, hindi ganun kasunod-sunod yung crit.
Yung crit. At saka isang minions lang yun eh.
Oh.
Isang minions.
Isang minions lang siya.
That was shocking, ladies and gentlemen. Sa lahat na nanonood dyan, alam namin dito na nagsigawan ang audience na nangyari yon and expect the unexpected talaga dito sa Season 10. Nakita naman natin na Blacklist International, it looked like sa kanila na yung game na yon.
Yeah.
Pero,
Kaya pala nag-recall. Kaya pala nag-recall na din
Pauwi lahat,
yung
no?
marami. Na-cancel ata yung recall ng iba eh. Kasi naglakad si Haji eh.
Pinigilan din kasi kumbaga nagkaroon yung team fight, mahirap na umalis basta anytime. But for Onyx, ang naging combs nila at that moment was, huwag niyong pauwiin.
Huwag yung bawin. Bahala na si Nets.
Oo.
I'm speechless.
At saka nung time kasi na yon, sobrang grabe yung element of surprise kasi nakafocus yung isang camera kay Nets. So hindi din natin makita kung sino ba talaga nakakauwi at sino unang dedepensa.
Nagulat ka.
ako nagulat ako.
Paano ka nagulat?
Ikaw, paano ka nagulat?
Sige. Wow!
Ikaw, paano ka nagulat? Ikaw.
Okay.
Walang sounds. Hindi yung inaaya.
Okay.
Hindi yung inaaya eh.
Now, looking at this game objectively, alam naman natin lahat tayo ay nanonood at lahat tayo ay tutok na tutok. It really looked like Blacklist International. Parang nasa trajectory na sila na mananalo na sila.
Parang yun na yung
Kasi ganun
vintage.
yung ganun yung vintage na na Blacklist International na sige, manalo kayo ng early game. Pero doon sa mga panahon na talagang natatalo na kami at tingin yung talo na kami, makagawa kami ng paraan. And that was a game na makikita mo yung full potential talaga ng isang Faramis at Valentina matchup. Kung paano ginawa na ginamit ng KDA machine at the KDA Hunter yung kanilang mga heroes, doon malalaman na ay talagang iba at batak na batak yung dalawang mid laner natin.
O kumbaga hindi din sila nagkakontrahan talaga totally. May mga moments na sabay lang talaga. So alam nila yung pitik ng bawat isa. So
Yeah.
for Haji, nakafocus din siya dito kay Super Friends and same with the others.
Now, let's throw it to our analyst para malaman natin kung ano nga ba ang nangyari sa game na ito. Well, actually, in a bit, kasi ibabato na natin ngayon.
Yes, blacklist.
What a game! That was only game number 1. 3 keys, check. Nostalgia, check. Ending with nothing but nets. What a game by Onyx and Blacklist International. In terms of the 3 keys to victory that we mentioned earlier, everything we saw, it showed up in the game. By the way, my name is Reptar, and again, because of my short arms, I'm having difficulty doing this. But let's talk about what happened. For the lineup of Onyx PH, check. They got a lineup or a hero pairing for Rapidut and Super Friends who has the possibility of starting the game aggressively and can take control of the game early. That's what we saw. Speaking of early game control and early game power spikes, that's why Onyx also did a terrific pickup with the Bruno pick. They countered right away the thought of the Blacklist lineup by the time they were going to the second phase. Onyx PH knew that this Blacklist draft is going to be centered around the Claude of OHEB, which they picked early. By the way, fun fact here for Blacklist International, OHEB specifically, in the now 8 games that Blacklist have played, only 2 heroes have been picked by OHEB. That's the Beatrix and that's the Claude. And OHEB had a terrific performance here because Blacklist International drafted a lineup that is centered in helping the Claude once he hits his power spikes and once they're fighting. Haji, of course, with the Valentina, that was open for them. They picked it. They knew they were potentially giving up the Faramis, which the Onyx PH team picked up after the first 2 picks of Blacklist International. But this Valentina pick is great against a lineup of Onyx PH because you have a lineup in Onyx who wants to play close to you. You have a Paquito, a Faramis, an Atlas, and a guy who all wants to get close. Bruno doesn't have that intense range. He has intense damage, but Bruno is one of the hardest marksmen to play because of how close you have to play him in difficult positions. Hence why, even though in the early game, yes, the Rafaela and Valentina combination will really struggle against an aggressive Faramis, Atlas, and even Akai, eventually we'll find when the part of the game goes into the team fights, the 5 versus 5s, Blacklist International will thrive as long as they watch their positioning and they watch their timings. Now for the lineup of Onyx PH, the team, of course, that won. In the end, it was Nets on that Bruno pick, which was massive, that was able to win it all. It was a big gamble what they did in the end there. Because Onyx PH, by the time they were fighting around the 8-minute to 12-minute mark, they were starting to feel that, wow, we're really having a hard time in these team fights because of all the sustain and all the setup that they have for the Claude, which is very difficult to catch. So Onyx PH, despite the early lead that they were able to build themselves, as you see here on your screen, Onyx PH, they were controlling the tempo. That's the key to victory we set up for Onyx PH, and something that Blacklist International needed to note it. Blacklist International, eventually you'll get to the point where once they got that Lord, it would be really hard already. Or that was a signal for Onyx PH rather that you are in the part of the game where you really will struggle to win team fights. They don't have that massive burst magic damage. The Faramis damage hurts, but it's nothing like a late game Farsa, nothing like a late game Kagura that can hit you out of nowhere or a Savior. The Faramis is more utility than it is damage based, but the damage is there. But Blacklist, they just healed through it, and they also had another second chance because the Valentina always gets the ultimate of the Faramis. So, hence why we got to the end there where it was Blacklist starting to regain control of the game around this part of the match, and it was Onyx PH trying to find an opening to turn it around yet again. Because yes, they had the damage on the Bruno, but of course there was that one play in the setup for the first Lord of the game that, thanks to Edward's great entry as the Esmeralda, they were able to cash out nets on the Bruno. But of course, Onyx turned it around yet again. Back and forth, tug of war. That is what you get when you have a matchup against Faramis, Valentina, and the kind of draft that we have. And with a Bruno pick, the chances of a surprise ending is there. It was very surprising what happened in that last fight. I was screaming here in the analyst stand, why did Sensui go in so early with a heavy spin? There was no one there to set it up.
But Onyx, they were cooking it, they were brewing it, they were setting it up for Blacklist International to really commit and focus onto the Lord fight, leaving Nets free to split push, leaving Nets to be able to end the game by himself. Again, it was nothing but Nets, but it was a total team effort. All the keys to victories we mentioned, from Blacklist being able to get a lineup that can match the lineup of the heroes of Super Friends and Rapidoot. Again, it will struggle in the early game, but eventually in the mid game, you'll see them being able to shine. Despite all the control abilities that Onyx PH has, really their main option for damage is going to be the Bruno, and the relatively okay burst damage that a Paquito dishes out, although of course the Paquito was built mainly for defensive items. He only had the Bloodlust Axe Ryota as his main damage item there. Man, what a game, and it goes to show, man, for the keys to victory, if you can really just find those really interesting points, those small moments or small things to really focus on that have big impacts in the game. And it's really interesting how that was the story of our match. Onyx, early control, confidence, they're continuing their play style of, yeah, we're the super rookies, so we're gonna play super aggressive in the beginning, catch you off guard. They give Haji 3 early deaths. Even in the gold lane early on, Nets knew that he had a pretty great matchup against Oheb, so he wasn't afraid to be aggressive and start pushing him out of the lane and send him back, maximize the gold that he can get in the turrets. And although Oheb kept it really close, he did a tremendous job of not dying in this game. He had 0 deaths. He was 8-0 and 8. That's a tremendous game for Claude, and it was a great game for Blacklist International. It was just surprise, surprise, Onyx PH were able to turn that game around. Again, nothing but Nets. Let's see what happens for the rest of the series. Let's go back to our casters.
Maraming salamat, Renmar Santa Cruz, para dun sa kanyang analysis. Katulad ng sinabi niya yung pinakadulo, nothing but Nets. And etong Onyx Philippines talaga, no? Kakaiba yung pinapakita nila sa atin. Talagang pinapakita nila na kaya nila or may ibubuga sila against doon sa mga best teams. At actually, sinabi nga to ni Super Friends nung sa kanyang mga statement na kahit champion, kaya namin yan sabayan.
Ang laking momentum boost nang nangyari talaga sa kanila last week. Ngayon, dalawa lang naman nangyari dyan eh. Either kainin ka ng momentum, na hanapin mo yung victory na yon, or talagang seryosohin mo at meron pang final boss. And nagulat tayo lahat dahil dun sa pangyayaring yon, momentum shift na naman to, itong game na to.
And kalakip ng momentum shift. Momentum shift is yung pag-a-adjust mo midway. For Onyx, that has been the story, draft pa lang. Kasi kanina, pinigilan ng Blacklist International yung pagkuha ng Clint. So, meron pa silang isang bitbit, which is the Bruno. And pa latter part na ating game, lumamang yung Blacklist International because of their usual strategy na magkakasama palagi. So ang naging pagbabago na ginawa ng Onyx was may humiwalay na isa and bait the other players of Blacklist International na feeling nila magkakaroon ng teamfight where in fact meron pala nagpo-push, which is their damager pagdating sa late game.
Let's talk about the matchup, KDA Machine versus KDA Hunter. Mapapansin nyo, si Haji is in the top 3 ng KDA slots natin for the past 2 weeks in terms of KDA. So makikita mo talaga dito na yung consistency sa paglalaro dito ni Haji ay nandoon pa rin. Habang kanina may fun fact tayo na nakuha na 30 games daw a day. Super Friends pa naglalaro.
Siguro kaya rin sila yung minatchup kasi halos parehas yung aura nila pagdating sa laro. Si Super Prince, nakilala ko rin talaga siya personally. Tahimik talaga siyang tao. Si Haji, malaro din siyang tao. Pag nakilala mo personally, lagi siya nang kukulit. Pero pag in-game, akala mo talaga, iba yung vibe, assassin talaga. Na, kaya nga nabansagan si Haji dati, na-build niya rin yung KDA Machine, hindi lang sa ilang games, na-build niya yon ng ilang seasons. Kasi for how many seasons pumasok siya? Maybe 3 to 4 seasons na lagi siyang number 1 sa KDA.
Tsaka kumbaga kay Haji dito, kaya din siya nagiging KDA. Imagine yung, kumbaga sa ML, yung pinaka-vision ng game mo sa phone, parang yung lahat ng element doon, napapansin niya.
Yeah.
Kaya naging sakto sa kanya yung mga iba niyang heroes before, like Eve.
Yeah.
So, kung alam niya yung nangyayari, every
Yeah.
part of the map.
Yeah. And sobrang safe maglaro eh.
Yes.
Lalo na kapag ikaw ay isang assassin user. Ngayon, na-apply niya yung assassin mechanics on the mages na ginagamit niya. Pero ganoon din naman, may characteristics din si Super Prince. Kung mapapansin niyo yung kanyang deaths kanina, parang onti lang eh. Lalo na ng mga early stages kasi sobrang safe din maglaro. Lalo-lalo na gamit yung Shadow Stampede. Speaking of Shadow Stampede, maiba tayo. Pinag-usapan namin kanina ni Chantel Butters is yung chemistry, yung micro, nung isang buong team na hindi natuturo. Hila nung Shadow Stampede na meron na kaagad kasamang heavy spin. May frigid breath pa.
Oh, at saka,
Diba?
mahirap kasi usually, pag ang napapansin ko, para mahirap i-pull off yung Atlas, tapos meron kang Akai. Kasi may possibility na after ng Fatal Links, matulak mo palayo. Once lang natin siya nakita, nung kamunti ka na mamatay si OYB.
Contradicting kasi yung skill eh, di ba?
Yes.
Kung iisipin mong mabuti.
Pero na-pull off nila earlier, and more on micro skills kasi talaga. Kasi imagine, wala ka ng mga skills at that moment, pero na-force mo at na-bait mo yung Blacklist International na lumalim pa at hindi mapansin.
Yeah.
This is not the usual Blacklist International na hindi nila mapapansin
Yeah.
na meron nag-split push sa kanila kasi yung mga sides nila is Edward and Oheb.
Now, let's go doon sa game number 2. Alam ko, sobrang dami natin pwedeng pag-usapan in terms of game number 1. Napaka-exciting ng match na yon. Game number 2, what are the certain adjustments na kailangan gawin ng side ng Blacklist? I know dikit na dikit yung laban. I know may mga tama din silang ginawa.
Yeah.
Pero tingin ko presence of mind eh. Kailangan hindi mo wala yung presence of mind
Yeah.
at yung pagiging alerto sa kahit anong parte ng laro.
I think so too. I
Yes.
think so too. I think wala sila kailangan baguhin sa formula ng draft nila,
Definitely.
sa strategy nila. Pero this is clearly na akala natin blacklist na. Yun na yung the usual na nangyari na calls. Kailangan din respetuhin ng Onyx na may ganun talagang shot calling na lakas. Ang Reyna at ang Blacklist International, lalo na napipitas sila. But if you are Blacklist, kapansin-pansin kanina na yung early game ng Onyx ay solid talaga. Pagdating sa mga level 1s, kabisado nila yung cooldowns, kabisado nila yung damage.
Na-maximize talaga.
If you are Blacklist International, tingin ko kailangan din nila ilabas yung init sa early eh. Labanan nila eh.
Kung kontrahin nila at gamitin yung mga pwede nilang ipambato doon sa mga heroes ng kalaban nila. Kasi
Yeah.
di ba yung mga binabanggit na tayo during draft na ito yung mga hero na malakas agad, level 1 pa lang,
Yeah.
level 2. So pwede mo i-delay na umabot yung isang hero na malakas on level 2, umpisa pa lang. And even for Onyx, ang dami mga moments we're in, nakita natin na sila talaga yung team na mahilig sa pokes.
Yun nga eh, no? Poke muna. Pag nagamit mo yung skill mo, balik kami. Oo, ganun yung ginagawa nila eh. So if you are Blacklist, siguro, basing sa question ni Butters, kung mag-a-adjust ako dito, siguro lapan agad. Gera agad, ibalik nila yung Benedetta, Edward, Killer Instinct,
yung
First Blood, mga ganun. Yung Claude kasi, farm game muna yan eh.
kung aantay mo muna, meron siyang specific na ceiling farm muna bago siya makasama sa teamfight. And yes, that is good. Pwedeng i-adjust nila yon. And even for the other lanes of Blacklist, pwede silang mag-focus on clearing the minion wave muna. Kasi nung teamfight na yun, crucial din yung Lord. Or hindi pwedeng mapabayaan yung isang lane, lalong-lalo na pag umabot na ng super late game.
Sa sobrang daming nating nabanggit doon sa ating mga statements, tingin ko isa lang naman din yung pinupunto natin lahat eh. Na it's more on presence of mind, plus itry nilang mas bigyan ng mas effective na hero si Edward to the early and mid game.
Para para laging uptime. Laging uptime. Kasi yung Claude, mid pa nila nakuha. Pero umabot tayo dun eh. Umabot tayo dun sa UB timings na nirespeto naman ng Onyx. Ang ganda ng decision eh. Ang ganda nung part na wag na lang natin labanan kasi alam natin head-on lugi na tayo. Gets na nila yung galaw nila na ube.
Ako nagigets ko din kasi, nagigets ko din kasi yung point na si Oheb, bihira din natin kasi siya makita maglaro ng Claude. Sa ngayon, ang napapansin natin sa kanya, mga Beatrix, possible 1-1, yung mga ganong klaseng hero. So,
mga action
talaga ito the early game. So, ibig sabihin, there has to be something na pwedeng laruin dito si Oheb. And I think for them, for inside, the Blacklist, i-ensure nila na magkakaroon ng mabilis na early game dito si OHEP.
Yeah.
Pwede sila kumuha ng Beatrice. Pwede sila kumuha ng mga heroes na on the marksman role na pwede makipag-duel agad-agad.
Nagbanan kasi sila kanina.
Ni-reveal din kasi agad yung Claude. So, ang pinili
Oo.
Bruno.
Sa first phase pa lang kinuha na agad yung Claude.
Tama lang din kasi naban yung Beatrix.
Naban din si
Naban yung 1-1.
Oo.
Tapos, si Claude, yun talagang pangatlo, yung next
Na
in line.
pwede, oo.
Oo. Ang hindi expect dito ng side ng Blacklist is yung pagkuha ng Bruno.
Yun nga eh. Kasi kahit parang ang daming beses na na-prove na yung Bruno level 1, equals K. Kasi may extra damage yung bola eh.
Mecha legs kasi yun eh. Kumbaga, ma-maximize niya talaga yun, farming. Tapos, if ever pa na, the more na nasasalo mo kasi yung bola, the more din na nape-penetrate, kumbaga, yung physical defense. So, it is something na pwede din na ilabas ngayon ng Blacklist International, yung mga heroes na malay natin nakatago sa baul ni Coach Bonchan.
Parang pwede na sila maglabas sa mga something nyo eh, no? Pero si Bonchan, nagrespeto sila eh. I like the respect. Huwag mo na bibigay yung mga comfort picks ng kalaban mo. This is a super close match. And sobrang exciting na we have a new team considered underdogs in this league na tumatapat for me na final boss
And I would say,
ng team ng MPL.
I would say this is super pressuring for the side of Onyx Philippines. Kung isipin mo, yung fanbase ng Blacklist dito, talagang rumaragas ako. Naririnig ko yung mga sigawan dito sa may likod.
Yes.
You would know na kapag kaya naririnig mo, talagang
Laban.
yung suporta sa Blacklist International.
Yeah.
Nakaka-pressure na nga nakalaban mo yung Blacklist International, pero nakaka-pressure pa yung sigawan ng mga
Yes.
tao.
Yes.
And tignan mo yung side ng Onyx.
Yeah.
Wala silang reaction. Wala kahit ano.
Wala reaction.
Lalaroin nila yung laro nila. Chill lang sila.
Yeah.
Kumbaga kita din natin yung kanina, chill lang sila kahit sa mga ginagawa nilang mga movements.
Yes.
Yung pala yung isa ko napansin. May mga moments wherein nagbibitaw sila ng skill pero after nun, since mahaba yung duration ng skill nila, nandun lang sila sa pwesto. Like yung heavy spin, di ba usually pag heavy spin, nakakakita tayo akay magalaw na akay.
Yun nga eh.
Yung heavy spin kanina talagang pinapasubo niya dito sa mga kakampi niya.
Parang nilalapit niya, di ba? Nilalapit niya talaga sa mga kampi niya yung combo pala sila. Pagka fatal links, yung heavy spin na sinasabi mo, sumasakto na nauli lahat, plus yung wave of the world kasi.
Actually,
yung bounce pass.
Yes, oo.
Yung
ngayon,
bounce pass.
may na-realize ako doon sa setup ng marksman natin
Oh.
kung bakit nga ba Bruno yung kinuha. At tingin ko, directly related siya doon sa idea na may Valentina at Faramis ka.
Kasi tabi-tabi
yes,
sila
yes.
eh.
Hindi. Kasi, kapag kasi Bruno yung pumalo at nag-crit, kailangan mo pindutin agad yung cult altar pag nasa side ka ng Blacklist International.
oo
Kasi
nga.
hindi mo alam kung kailan ka pwede i-burst
Yeah.
ng isang Bruno habang ang isang Claude, kapag nag-blazing duet siya, may oras ka eh.
Pwede kasing 2 hits ka lang ng Bruno.
Oo, di ba?
So yung first
Kanina.
hit,
So, ibig sabihin,
Pamindot ka na.
kinakalaban nung Onyx yung idea ng cult altar versus cult altar. Nangyari sabihin, doon sa fact na kaya nila mag-burst ng isang tao agad-agad.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, sinasabi lang nila na, teka lang, unahan natin sila gumamit, paunahin natin sila gumamit.
that's definitely a great adjustment for the side of Onyx Philippines. Gusto ko rin consider yung AOEs pala. Minention natin yun. Yung Wave of the World is considered an AOE in a way.
Oo.
Pag nagtabi-tabi, plus yung Ghost Bursters ay napakasakit din. Now moving on, oh my glove. What's the adjustment?
Same.
Oo, same eh, no?
Oo, kumbaga same to. For Blacklist International adjustment nila dito, kailangan na mag-focus on heroes na pwedeng umabot at mag-sustain up until the late game if ever na mag-Bruno ulit yung side ng Onyx.
Oh, ito, Bea.
Now for Onyx, most
Bea
likely
ban.
baka Bea ulit kasi this is the same banning na ginawa nila. Or pwede nang i-open dahil sila yung first pick. So either they get a hero like Valentina at dahil na-open siya kanina, Valentina or Faramis,
Baka pwede nila iban yung...
Sige na.
Baka pwede nila iban akay. Noon.
pwede na iban yung Akai.
Tapos iba na, maging ibang timpla. Bea pa rin. Bea pa rin.
pwede.
Oo. Ang napapansin ko, parang ano pa rin eh. Parang same formula pa rin eh. Tanggalin mo pa rin posible, or tanggalin mo yung Faramis, or tanggalin mo yung Akai for the side of Blacklist
Pili ko
International.
Akai.
Kasi, pakiramdam ko kahit iban ng Blacklist International, yung last ban nila, last game, Akai pa rin yung kukunin dito ng side ng Onyx. Dahil alam nila na kukuha yung Blacklist dito ng Valentina, for sure. at masisecure nila yung Faramis.
Oo nga eh. Alam nila eh na mas makapick sila eh.
Oo.
Pero pinag-isipan mabuti yung Blacklist. Akay ba?
True. It is
And
the
it's the same,
same.
same pa rin.
So,
Akay.
siyempre mga open. So, for Onyx,
Akay.
Akay, yes. Pwede siyang Akay. Or
Magkakatalo na lang ulit sa last two.
pwede sila naman kumuha ng Valentina ngayon. Pero grabe kasi yung crowd control na Akay. Pero Akay.
Yeah.
Akay pa rin to.
Yeah.
Hindi magbabago. It's the same template for Onyx. Naging maganda naman yung early game nila. Nagkaroon ng problema into the mid game. Yung late game, matawin nila.
The return of awesomeness. Si Sensui na ata yung nag-a-apply para maging bagong Dragon Warrior eh.
Siya na mismo, no?
Now, if you're Blacklist, I think you need to adjust the cloth.
Oh, maganda pa rin nagkukuha nila sa Esmeralda, pero Claude, wag mo na
Palitan nila,
kasi kanina, for Onyx, yun yung naging surprise element ng draft nila. Kasi dulo na eh.
Tingin ko ito din yung patibong ng side ng Onyx eh. Na parang, kunin mo yung clone kasi
Valentina
mauubusan ka ng ano, ng marksman.
Marksman, oo, kasi yun yung mangyayari. So baka Esme nga. Ay, hindi, cloth pa rin.
Naisipin, nalagay yung side ng Blacklist na kailangan nila piliin yung clone dahil nagkaka-ban out dito si Beatrice at si 1-1.
1-1. Oo nga, yun na, third, ano kasi yan eh.
Third choice,
Third choice mo sa tier S eh. Sa marksman eh.
Okay, very interesting for Blacklist. Pero may naiisip ako for Blacklist, pwede sila mag-YSS pa na jungler if ever.
Oh, YSS is back?
Kumbaga, ano siya, mahirap siya i-pull off, pero possible kung kailangan nila dito ng Shredder kasi more on tanky yung kinukuha ng side ng Onyx. But anyway, for the side of Onyx, Faramis is open. They have an option, pero wala na silang...
Selena, pwede?
Selena is open, by the way, yes. Faramis, para mas maganda siyang combo with Atlas. Faramis, yes.
At ito yung early game rotation na ginawa nila, early game ganks na ginawa nila na kuha pa nga ng first blood. So nakikita natin dito yung potential ng Faramis sa Atlas.
Ngayon ko lang kasi nagets yung combo eh. Lalabas yung pusit, tapos mag-ghosty-ghosty si Faramis. Parang gumagalaw yun eh.
Kumbaga pakakawalan yung poset, pero hahaltakin ulit yung poset.
Oo, hinahatak dun sa pusit yung kalaban.
Sakto. Ganun na nangyari. Meron pa kasing slow, yung frigid breath pa.
May ano yun, di ba? Mapipreeze ka. Kaya grabe naman yung combo na to. Atlas Faramis.
Well, for Blacklist, okay, Balmond, yes, continuous Shredder. Although pwede pa silang kumuha ng ibang hero ngayon to secure more on the sustain side. But your team is...
I would say na mas maganda na nakuha muna nila yung Balmond. Kasi nakita natin kanina, kahit ilang beses pang na fatal links mag-isa doon si Wise, talaga napakunat na isang Balmond. Lalo na kapag nagdikit-dikit na yung mga tao. And papasinin mo kanina Esmeralda to.
Oo nga
And ngayon, pinrepare na ng side ng Blacklist International yung sarili nila na pumili or mag-adjust in the XP lane role.
Yun nga eh.
Kung sakaling si Bruno naman yung lalabas.
Yeah, baka hindi na sila mag-esme, no? Kailangan nila nung
Benedetta.
Playmaking XP.
Kasi if ever, ang good thing if you have the Benedetta in your lineup, meron ka agad pang punta dun sa may likod.
Yeah.
If ever nakukuha ulit ng ganong klaseng marksman yung side ng Onyx. So meron pa silang, meron pa silang option. So very interesting for Blacklist International. Alam pa rin nila na hindi nila gustong katapat ngayon ang Clint. So talagang binibigay din ng Blacklist na, sige, we will still open the Bruno. Pwede nyo pa rin kuhanin kasi mystery pa din kung ano talaga yung magiging hero dito ni Estes. Parang same. Change lang yung sequencing ng kicks and bans.
Tingin ko dito na sila magbabago. Hindi na nila baban yung Selena. Tingin ko sure na sila na si Super Prince ang Faramis. Kasi kanina, akala natin flex yung Faramis.
Kaso kasi yun yung problema, yun yung problema, Manjin. Kung isipin mo, kanina, kaya nakapagpakito XP lane sila. Kasi, meron ng
jungle akay na kasi.
Etong si Super Friends, yung ano man yung hero na hawak niya ngayon, which is yung Faramis, pwede pang gamitin to sa XP lane. Nakita natin to.
Pwede pa rin i-flex no? Pwede pa rin. So yung Selena, possible ba?
Pwede. Tinanggal nila si
Pakito.
Si Pakits na lang ang mas gusto nilang ibaan.
Okay, for Onyx naman dito, pwede silang mag-ban na actually, alam mo, yung Valentina, pwede pa nilang ilagay sa XP lane yan eh.
Oo nga, no? Edward
para meron pa silang pwedeng pagkuhanan ng burst damage since Faramis, since pwede sila mag-Lilia, mag-Sicilion, since sa
Savior.
Blacklist, Savior, yes. So medyo flex pa dito. So nice adjustment naman from Blacklist in terms of the sequencing of their heroes para hindi sila ma-force to have a specific hero na. So Lolita, ban
Grabe.
for Onyx. So maglalabas dito ang Onyx ng hero na more on parallel at linear yung skill.
Oo. Na, alam na titira. Baba na.
So post pa din.
Same pa rin.
Nabantayan na nila yung nabantayan dito
Yung
ng side ng
pakita.
Blacklist International, yung matchup ni Esmeralda.
Oo.
So ngayon, mas
Dahil-
magiging successful sila or mas magiging aware sila na kaya ng Esmeralda dun sa lane. Ang problema, nakalimutan ata yung Dairos.
Yeah, may pang counter, may pang may pang shred. Anong marksman mo do kung ikaw ang Onyx? Carry Bruno.
Ako naniniwala pa rin ako sa Bruno.
Bruno pa rin
Possible
eh,
yan.
no? Oo,
Pero tama yung sa sinabi mo, Akari would be great dito sa mga pangyayaring ito, lalo na may Balmond Cat ng Esmeralda.
Kaso pag nag-Nathan pala sila masyado ng magic.
Oo, masyado ng magic.
Sobrang sa magic damage if ever. Well, Onyx magic, but yeah, pwede din naman.
Tama naman.
Iritel,
Oo.
pwede
Hindi
din.
naman Onyx physical, no? Onyx magic.
Onyx physical.
Hindi Onyx physical eh.
Oo,
Onyx
Onyx
magic
magic
eh.
Pero babae, Iritel. Narinig ko eh. Iritel ata.
Iritel, pwede sila mag...
Wherever I go, pain, please.
Iritel!
Nako.
Well, movement speed, yes.
Ay.
Medyo may ilang dito may ilang yung Claude if ever, pero mas mabilis makapag-clear ng mini wave yung Claude. Masakit nga lang lapitan
Same
yung
lineup,
Iritel.
boss. Same lineup, boss.
lineup.
And it's technically the same lineup for the side of Blacklist.
No
Oo,
adjustment,
yes.
same lineup. Let's go.
It's the same lineup at galit na. Si Wise, nakita niyo naman may sticker na sa
Oo nga,
pisngi.
may sticker na. Yung Onyx galit na din eh. Nilabas. Pinag-isipan nila mabuti yung Iritel eh. No?
Oo. Kumaga, sa dami ng options nila, Iritel, kasi gusto nila yung makakatakas agad pagdating sa team fight.
Siguro na-recognize lang din nila na one-off lang yung Bruno na hindi
Oo
na
nga
siya
eh.
nagana after.
Yun nga eh. Pero yung Iritel, kaya ba nun hindi, yung Bruno, feeling ko nakapag may split talaga eh. Kaya yun eh. Yung Iritel, kailangan mo sa team fight to eh.
Kumbaga, siya
May
yung
roar eh.
DPS talaga.
Oo.
Kasi kailangan nyo makita yung roar.
Yan yung pinaka-explosive. Yan yung
Explosive,
pinaka-explosive na
Marksman.
sa lahat. Kasi
May roar
literal, laging may sabog kapag naka-ulti.
Yun nga eh. Pero yung matchup between Iritel Claude, medyo top la yan eh. Para sa kasi medyo 10 bits ba yung damage yung Iritel sa una. Malalaman natin. Tigre laban sa Dragon to. Ayan na.
Early folks.
Nagkakasahan ha.
Alam mo ginawa doon ni Nets?
Oh.
Nilinyahan niya.
Linya lang,
Sabi niya,
linya lang.
dito ka lang
Sabi niya.
Oo.
Teka lang, medyo grabe yung naging laban natin kanina. Ito yung boundary muna.
Kung sa ata, kasi crossbow eh. Crossbow si, ayun na oh. Pumupok si Nets kung titignan mo sa bottom lane. Pero ito, ayan oh. Ayan, pokers lang, pokers.
Imagine, different agad yung naging rotation ngayon or pinaka-naging strategy ng Onyx kanina kasi they went for the first blood. So meron silang same na, different strategy rather with this type of middle composition.
Papantayan na si Ohib.
Agad-agad.
Pinantayan na ni Ma'am Shu.
Pero dito nagkaroon ng problema yung side ng Blacklist International. Nakita mo kung paano gumalaw yung Onyx kanina in terms of their rotation. And some of the rotations na nagawa ng side ng Onyx ay napigilan dahil kumpleto yung members ng Blacklist lalo na sa may mid. Ngayon, may isang kulang. Kasi naka-relegate sa baba.
Na bumalik sa baba eh. Kasi kanina nangyari mid ang focus eh. Pero nangyari ang laban ng gold lane. Si Nets siya si OF. Binantayan eh, no? Si KL1 ay nahirapan lang nung una, lamang ng konting XP si Nets. Pero babalik tayo sa kita. Yun no, ayun yung
Ayan na.
sinasabi ko eh.
Ayun na naman.
Shadow Stampede. Ayan na. Si Venus ang nahuli.
Baby! Yung combo ng Pusit at ano ba yung tawag doon pag nag-ghost stampede?
Pusit at Mumu.
Pusit at Mumu combo eh.
Momposit.
Momposit. Natatakot ka talaga, hindila na naman. Ay, grabe din naman ang Pusit. Ibang klase yung Pusit. Adobong Pusit ang luto ni Rapidot. Ibang klase, Kuya Butters. What a combo. Atlas at saka Paramis, may kasama pang Akay.
And it's something na makikita natin for the next next games to come, Mamposit combo.
Iba!
Iba!
At saka yung ginagawa kasi dito ni Rapidot with the Pusin is hindi niya talaga, di ba usually mabilis yung movement speed ng nakasupport emblem na tank. So ginagawa ni Rapidot, parang medyo controlled yung movement niya. Inuunti-unti niya ba para sakto yung free jig niya. So nga gusto niya mag-tan.
Hindi na joystick
Okay,
niya
okay.
pa.
Kung meron pa,
Pinipake niya pa yung joystick.
di ba meron pa iba, kunwari 3 ikot para kunwari malakas.
Kunyari malakas.
Eto,
Sa kanya, forward.
forward.
Ang combo, ayan o, parehas kasi may batting eh. Ayan o, yung maramis. Pero in the top lane, heavy speed talagang heavily utilized ni Sensui. Pero parang ang hirap nito. Ito na ata ang bagong duo combo. Ayan o. Ay, pero Wise, little counter. Ay, Metal Leaks.
Sino to?
Buhay pa rin. Nandito pa rin si Aji. No casualties whatsoever. Sumubok commander, Blacklist International.
Nagkagamitan sila doon ng cult altar. Dalawang cult altar ang mawawala. Pero yung trial talaga ni ni Super Friends at ni Rapidot, yung connection nila,
Iba.
eh. Kasi kung papansinin mo, si Rapidot papasok ulit, tapos Super Friends, lagi siyang merong sagot.
May parang parang asado dugo.
Oo.
Talagang kompleto.
May pinasok.
Meanwhile, sa kanila, kami naman. Ganina pa kayo kumakago. The damage output will lack. Ryota is alive.
Well, for Blacklist International ngayon, ang magandang ginagawa nila is yung rotation-wise, is nandun siya nag-jungle sa ibang pwesto. Pero grabe talaga yung ginagawa nitong dalawa.
Yung oh my God. Dapat the position connection may kasama pang Shadow Stampede. Oh, heavy is down. Onyx PH using the momentum of game 1 para lumamang dito sa bottom lane.
Ito na nga ba yung bagong setup ng mga tangke, initiators, left and right? Big team fight ultimates. Kung papasin mo, may heavy spin ka, meron kang fatal links. Ito na ba yung pagbabalik ng double tank meta?
The double tank,
Pero, magkaibang rule na.
Oo nga eh, yung isang tank ginagamit ng jungler. And speaking of tank jungler kanina, imagine mo, meron ka ng judgment to kill, ikaw pa yung nagsiset sa mismong gusto mong i-kill. Even for Sensui kanina, talagang nag-dive siya against the player of Blacklist International. Pero wait lang.
King Wise with the retribution, pero nilabas ang heavy spin. At nawala si King Wise. Nag-pop na ng mga count-artal, nagkakabuhayan. Super position naman ang likod. Magbaback ang Onyx. Retribution on the turtle. King Wise getting it. But then again, Oheb, Kelwa na main target. May pintalings pa si Rapidot, wala. No normal muna si Oheb. Respeto muna sa dalawang kupunta na ito.
Nakikita nyo yung idea ng side ng Onyx kapag may Valentina, Paramis yung kalaban nila, binu-burst down talaga yung mga marksman. Kung papansinin mo, yung cult altar, mawawala agad yung buhay nila, which means, pwede mo na ulit banatan yung totoong buhay, yung hero na yun.
Okay, tsaka parang nangyayari din kasi ngayon, since may Paramis nga dito for the side of Onyx, parang binibait din ni Super Prince na makita siya every time. But if ever siya yung mag-set up na play, imagine the damage here of Super Prince against the players of Blacklist International. So for Blacklist International, somehow, na-delay yung kanilang rotation because somehow, nagre-react din sila doon sa rotation ng tatlo.
Yung pusit kasi.
Oo, kumbaga,
Nagigil nga si Mamshu, nakita mo yung ultihan niya yung pusit. Go dapat sila eh.
teka lang.
Oo eh.
Eh yung kasi yung problema, yung pusit kasi kapag lumalabas yun, walang stun na tatama doon.
Wala nga eh.
Hindi na may pigilan ng pusit.
Ibang klase, Rapidot and Super Prince na combo. Pero si Sensui din, with the setups of the heavy spin. Ayan na naman, nilabas. Oh my glove. Natatakot
Diba
sila sa
grabe yung zone?
Grabe yung zone.
Pero
Grabe yung zone.
grabe yung zone ni Rapidot. Imagine mo, mag-isa na talaga siya doon. Hindi talaga siya mag-set up na play. Gusto niya lang guluhin, kumbaga, at palayin ng mga players of Oheb.
Oheb with the blazing duet just to clear. Look at Edward na nag-block na lang muna. Rapidot, si Wise pa ang target. Wise, tatama na stand. Pero sabi ni Haji, out the go! Haji, caught Arthur, nilabas dito. Yun yung fatal links dito si Edward. Nagkakalabas na ulit ng mga altar. Joke lang pala ang mangyayaring laban na yun.
No cult altar for both teams. At dito si Ryota, nag-aabang siya. Hinahanap niya yung tamang pwesto, tamang oras para mag-strike. Pero yung retribution will secure that turtle. Para sa ng Blacklist at si Nets, pumasok na. Ang target niya ay si Oh My Venus.
Dito lang si Oh My V. Madami yung strike is alive.
Edward is there.
Ang ganda ng stampede dito. Habang wala na si Nets. Normal pa si OM dito. Pasok pa si OM. Hindi. Walang mangyayari. Respeto para sa dalawang kupunan muli.
Controlled aggression ating dalawang teams. For Blacklist International, nire-respeto din nila dito yung Shadow Stampede of Super Friends.
Super
And
Friends.
for Super Friends, hindi talaga niya binibitawan yung middle lane. So somehow, yung nagiging concept for our teams sa laban ngayon is just them poking each other and somehow makapag-focus kung ano ba yung mga pwede nang kuhanin na objectives. Now, for the side of Blacklist International, since they are more on the AOE side, pwedeng mauna sila dito on poking Super Friends para ma-force out agad yung cult altar. It is kind of difficult though kasi madaming bouncer yung side ng Onyx. Now, looking at the items,
Hindi ba problema yun kung ang una mong ipopok si Super Friends? Kasi hindi rin naman siya lumalabas unless kailangan na yung ultimate niya.
Kaya nga napakahirap na feat nun.
kasi
Set
meron
10.
pang mga bouncer kumbaga for Onyx. Although, hindi technically, hindi mo talaga kailangan na si Igugo mo si Super Friends, yes, pero hindi mo siya kailangan patayin. Kailangan mo lang magamit agad yung cult altar.
Kailangan i-pick.
Para after nun, diretso na sila for a team fight. Wala nang panibagong kumbagang option yung Onyx to go for another engagement.
Kailangan nila gawin is bait the cult.
Bait the call.
Tama.
Pero nag-conceal sila. Nilabas na naman ang pusit. Apat dito. 4 on 4. Bait. Alexander man si Wise dito. Nilabas na rin ng mga pana. Nagka-MSP. Nagka-body slam. Wise. Ngayon. Buhay pa rin ni the cult altar. Ayun yung blazing duet. Hindi tumamay. Hindi nagkakaroon. Pero nasa ito si Bandang Mayota. Finally nanalo bigla ang Blacklist International. Nandito ka rin si Wise. Yung Shadow Stampede. Hilahin si Wise. Wise. One dito lang si Wise. Buhay pa rin. Isang kiliti na lang si Wise. 1-for-1. Rapidot. Para kay Oh My Venus. What a team fight. Dalawang supports ang natin.
Gusto ko lang sabihin, for Onyx, talaga na-master na nila kung paano gamitin yung mga flickers, even for Ryota. Very crucial yung naging flicker niya kasi pwede na silang i-go dito ng Blacklist International but because of that, Blacklist International medyo pinigilan muna nila yung sarili nila na pumasok against Onyx. Now, this is the Lord. The positioning of Onyx is very crucial but for Blacklist International, maganda din yung naging counter goal nila. At that moment, nagkataon lang talaga na biglang dumating si Net. So possible, ang cult altar dito is medyo i-hold ng kahit konting-konting delay lang para masaktuhan na nandun si Net at makapag-engage sila at diretso doon yung blazing duet dito ni Oheb.
The Lord dance between Onyx and Blacklist. Kung papansinin mo parehong mga teams naghahanap din ng magandang pwesto.
Pero
especially on the side of Onyx.
Nako dito ang Blacklist International
Umikot
against
na.
Sensui. Shadow Stampede, pinap na naman. Kalma lang muna. Dito Wonder lang muna. Hindi nila nakikita ngayon si Ryota. Nagiging careful ang
Palating
Blacklist.
pa lang.
Pero mula doon ngayon si OYB.
Rapidot.
Mula doon si Mamshu. 5-1.
9 seconds din yung flicker ni Rapidon. This could be a game changer.
Game changing
Kung
flicker ba
aantayin
to?
nila to at hindi magko-commit kayo ng side ng Blacklist.
May flicker na. May Wind of Nature na rin.
Uy, si Oheb na target, by the way, medyo wala siyang buhay dito against the players of Onyx. For Rapidot, look at the control. Nandun lang siya talaga sa bush. And yung other players of Onyx, nagpapakita talaga para somehow ma-pinpoint kung sino ang gustong targetin dito ng Onyx. Now for Blacklist, nice adjustment on there. Even for Wise, naka-front siya ngayon. Nice face check by Oh My V. By the way, nalaman niya na meron nakapwesto doon sa may bush kung nasaan si Rapidot. And this is the battle of push and pull for this Lord.
Lord Dance pa rin.
The battle of attrition.
Yeah.
Hindi ka pwedeng ma-attack dito.
Yes.
Kailangan sobrang patient mo. Ito yung story ng laro. Unang magkamali, may posibleng talo na.
Napaka-interesting itong Lord Dance na to. Hindi mo malalaman kung hero ba ang unahin mo or Lord. Kailangan mo ng tamang mindset. Tamang focus fire. Napakalaking bagay ng Lord na to. Hindi kinikip up ng dalawang koponan.
Meron ng flicker si Rapidon. Meron din flicker si Super Prince. So talagang meron silang pangsalba ng kanilang mga lineup. Ang kailangan nila bantayan is kung nasaan si Haji.
Yes.
Possible nga na si Haji yung hulihin
Nakailang laban na ba ang Blacklist sa ganito? Chance?
Sakto yan. Kumbaga, nakikita natin for the side of a Blacklist din na nagiging movement nila is somehow unti-unti na lang sinasakap yung pwede mga puntahan ng Onyx. Ay,
pinap
wait
yung
lang.
roar,
Wait
pinap
lang.
yung roar.
Pinap yung roar. Si Edward, by the way, zone out lang muna. Kalma lang muna.
Nagpap pa ng heavy crossbow, hindi.
May conceal, may conceal, may conceal.
Pero nag-conceal nandun sa bandang likod. Sino makakuha dito? Si Haji na mula doon. Haji na gamit ngayon. Kalagi ang buhay nandun. Meron pa rin ba mga plikiran? Nagkagamitan ng mga Count Arthur. Si Edward nandun. Normal para kayo eh. Still, wala pa rin magkakamatay. Flicker! May collect! Ang pusit talaga! Pusit na rin ulit. Pusit na nakaulit dito. 4-on-5 situation. Lord
objective against the side of Onyx. Now, on that last team fight, napasigaw tayo ng Super Prince dahil sakto-sakto yung Shadow Breath.
Ang ganda nun eh.
Diba? Parang pinaghalo na natin yung Shadow Breath tsaka yung
Shadow
Raging-
Stampede,
Shadow
oh.
Stampede. Sumakto, pinalayo niya yung Rafaela, pinalayo niya si Oh My V para wala i-heal.
Yeah.
Now, take note, because of the Suno Rapidot, wala na Purify dito si Haji.
Papalag pa si Venus, pinakti Venus yung ulti niya, yun ang mga super slow. Lethal counter, nilabas na naman ni Wise. Nandito pa rin si Nets, nilabas yung Lord ng Strain.
Immortality na walan.
Okay, mawawala ang Reyna. Sumubok ang Blacklist International dahil meron pa silang Lord.
Team turret has been destroyed.
Now, it's Blacklist momentum na kailangan sundan ng side ng Onyx. Ito yung kailangan nilang ayusin at ito yung kailangan nilang sagutan. Onyx, it looked to me like sila na yung makakuha noong Lord na iyon. Pero dahil nga sa lethal counter at doon sa retribution, ang dami mong kalaban in terms of securing an objective.
It's a reset.
Tsaka sakto din, no, for Blacklist International, yung item nila dito, which is the Immortality, although late game na, automatic talagang kailangan mag-build ng Immortality, mas napaaga for Wise and for OHEB because they know that they are the front runners here of Blacklist International para mas ma-penetrate yung defense ng Onyx. Now with this item, pwede kasi, parang ang concept ko dyan, meron ka ng Immortality, meron ka pang second life because of the Cult Altar.
Altar kasi, so parang dalawa buhay mo.
Mag-shred ka na ng damage
Yeah.
with the Blazing Duet, pwedeng saktong lethal counter, tas after no, kahit mamatay or maging maganda yung disengage or yung pagsagot ng Onyx,
Yeah.
automatic, meron silang another
At
one.
saka walang safety net si Nets dito sa kanyang items. Umaasa lang siya sa Cult Altar. Aasa lang siya dito sa physical penetration ng heavy crossbow.
yes.
Wala siyang Wind of Nature. Di ko alam baka yan yung next niyong bibilhin. Final item. Pero wala din siyang immortality. So safe na safe si Oheb in this game. Pero yung kapit ng Onyx up against the final boss, Blacklist International, gustong-gusto nila makuha ang laban na to.
If you want to make statements sa ligang ito, marami kang pwedeng gawin. Pero number one, ang una sa listahan, kung team ka at gusto mong gumawa para sa pangalan mo, pa-2-0 ang Blacklist.
Ito
Yun
yung
yung
team.
kapangarap ng karamihan.
Yes.
But for Blacklist International, if we look at the map here or yung mga tore ng Onyx, kita mo na yung pag-restrict nila dito or somehow pag-stretch ng mga team fights, naging pabor para sa kanila. Kasi yung pag-push ng tore, second or third dito ng Onyx sa top ay wala na. So pwede nyo gawin ng Blacklist again, mag-push and pull ulit dito sa may Lord, tapos automatic mag-clear na mini-wave. Pero grabe,
Sakit ng straight. Naramdaman yon ng buo ni Madam Lustre. 3K, 3.5K ang kalamangan ng Blacklist. Isa na namang sayaw ang ating makikita.
Kasama sila, pumasok na rin siya. Alam nila na ang Esmeralda at ang Dairos ay nasa taas. Blacklist International Onyx. Ito yung Lord Dance. Tingnan natin kung sino nga ba may kinabang dito. As both of these teams, tingnan mo naman yung pwesto na sakop ng side ng Blacklist International. Mas ready sila dito. Almost 1/4 ng pinaka-area.
Yeah.
Speaking of pwesto, tinan nyo, ang pinaka-hinahanap dito ni Haji is kung nasaan si Super Prince. Yeah. Oh my V, ang sinuzone out nga dun sa mga bushes, si Nets. So, dalawa dito yung parang tinututukan talaga ng Blacklist International. Kailangan mapigilan nila agad na ma-depensahan dito si Nets para alam nila kung saan ta-targetin. Yun yung vision ni V.
Yes.
Now, for Onyx naman, kailangan nila dito mag-set up ng play wherein mabilis na makakahabol si Ryota. Pag mas napaaga, yung team fight nila,
Correct.
magiging mahirap para sa kanila.
Nagmamatter din dito yung lane equilibrium.
Grabe.
Susubok muna si Ohem mag-clear. Hindi rin makakuha si Ryota na magandang split. Si Sensui ay nang bibait din dito. Rapidot, hiding himself. Bawal ka magpakita. Pero tinamaan siya dito ng shadows. Haji, mapadash out.
Up.
Nagpakita yung Dairon sa top lane. Nagpakita si Ryota. Lima na nandito sa side ng Blacklist International. Bababa muna si Nets.
Para
How do you do this?
Parang may isang pirasong pagkain doon sa may plaat sa table.
Hirap sila.
Tapos nagkakahiyaan sila lahat.
Nagkakaya.
Walang gustong mag-commit. Walang
Nagkakatansyahan.
gustong magbigayan.
Nagkakatansyahan sinong huling kukuha ng ulam.
Ito na to.
Take by the way kay Sensui, ang biniyag niya before sila pumwesto dito sa may Lord Pit is yung Guardian Helmet. Kaya naging matapang din siya dito na kuha lahat ng mga damage ng Lord. So, even magkaroon ng teamfight, meron pa rin regeneration and the shields ay maibibitaw pa rin niya. Parang mama.
In out.
In out lang talaga
Yung
to.
cameraman natin hindi na alam saan ba magpo-focus. Dun ba sa Lord or dun ba sa mga side dates? Kasi sobrang intense ng nangyayaring abangan ng laban na to. Paunahan na lang mag-reply to eh.
Papansin natin, sino nga ba mauna? Sino ang
Sino ako na may naligaw? Wala na si Madam Luce. Pero meron pa dali dito. Tapos meron pa Carl Arthur. Pero nandun sa loob si Madam Luce. Oh no, the Queen is out. The Queen is out.
Crazy to
Yung Tigre! Naka-double kill na si Nets! Oh no! 40 seconds down si Ohem! Libreng Lord Bato!
All the points sa Wise, ha?
Pero buhay si Wise, may retribution. Magkukol ba ang Onyx dito ng go? 3 on 4 situation.
Hindi nasa magandang pwesto ngayon ang side ng Blacklist pero hindi din ganun ka-commanding yung position ng side ng Onyx. Wala sila yung mga big team fight ultimate sila dito. Walang heavy spin at si Rapidon nasa bahay pa. Hindi pa siya lumalabas para maglaro.
Oo nga, nasa bahay pa.
May immortality si Wise, ha? Nandun sa may bush.
15k, nang zone lang muna Shadow Stampede. Nasa likod si Edward. Sino makakakuha?
At pupunta na to sa side ng Onyx. Edward tumatakbo, sinusubukan niya umalis. Pero nandun yung hatak ng pusit.
Oh my G!
Onyx! Are they gonna do it? Ito yung tanong na bumabagabag sa buong Pilipinas ngayon.
Upset town is real ba? Sing Sui with the Scatush retribution. Talagang hindi niya tinigilan yung Lord na yun.
It's all about the timings. And even for Sensui, yun yung inaantay niya eh. Nabanggit natin kanina yung Guardian Helmet and even all the pokes, meron pa rin regeneration. And this is Akai that we are talking about. If ever man na pumasok yung other players of Blacklist International, meron pang additional na crowd control. And this time around, Onyx Philippines is playing with ultimate controlled aggression, zoning out the players, with having Rapidot as their leader. Narinig lang natin yung conceal kanina and
Yun
that's
nga.
it. That was the timing for them. And this is now the Lord marching in.
Okay, nag-ulti ngayon si Venus.
Nagiging madali lang para sa side ng Blacklist International na i-defend to dahil meron silang blazing duel. Ang kailangan nila bantayan yung mga pasok na ganito ni Rapidot!
Hinuli ni Rapidot lahat! Minuto at ginawa na doong pusit! Onyx PH! Mami-break ang COVID na natin na naman nila dito! Sila side, sila Ohem! Pero namasakit pa rin ni Nets! Dalawa ngayon ang basak sa komunal ng Blacklist! Layaman pa rin si Edward! Pulado ang komunal ng Onyx! Pumupuso ang Blacklist International! Tuloy pa rin ang protocol! Pero ang protocol dito ng Onyx! 5-2-0! Mission accomplished! Final boss defeated Onyx! The upset is real!
Tignan nyo ang mga relo! Tignan nyo ang mga alarm clock nyo ngayon! For sure, ang nakalagay dyan, it's Onyx time!
Iba ang pinapakita ng Onyx ngayon. It is all about the timing.
It's all about the timings. I can't believe it. Sino ba naman ang may ayaw ng ganitong type ng storyline? For 2 years, ay bihira natin makita ang ganitong situation for Blacklist International.
Guys, pag sinabi nating Onyx, they were the most underestimated team out of this lot
Yes, sir.
na meron tayo ngayon sa Season 10. And right now, they did one of the feats na hindi nagagawa na kahit mga top team dati sa MPL.
They
Ang
conquered.
2-0, ang side ng Blacklist International.
At saka, isipin nyo, this is the first time din na that they will be meeting sa MPL Season 10. And walang any pressure. And actually, parang sila nga talaga yung constantly nagbigay ng pressure against Blacklist International to think that you were able to force Haji na gamitin agad yung ultimate niya. It's something pa lang. So, ramdam mo na,
Ramdam mo eh, yung 4-man Fatal Links,
yes,
there's a reason why kung bakit nagpo-purify dito yung kalaban nila kasi alam nila na ibang klase si Rapidot, yung combo with the Shadow Stampede. I can't believe it. Onyx PH bringing anarchy sa royalty.
Oh, tsaka-
Tapos ang royalty.
I really believe that in terms of Valentina Faramis matchup, yung paggamit ng Cult Altar, it's definitely something na kailangan mo aralin kung paano siya gumagana. Constant damage is good, But at the same time, kung meron kang force damage na burst damage at kaya mo yung gawin talagang DPS or continuous, tingin ko mauuna ka talaga in terms of pagpapagamit sa kalaban nung kanyang called altar. Pasa natin kay Mara para ma-interview natin ang ating mga winners. Mara, take it away.
Ipasure ko sila na it's Onyx. Congratulations to Onyx Philippines! My goodness! Super friends, alam nyo, konti lang ang nakakatalo sa Blacklist. In fact, there was only one game that they lost. They won all the series. In-expect niyo ba na masisweep niyo sila ngayong araw na to? Ano yung usapan before coming to today's game?
Ano po, hindi po namin sila ina-expect na masweep namin. Kahit mga score lang po sana kami isa. Ganun sa...
What was the huddle before the game started? Kasi syempre, alam mo, hindi naman maiiwasan na talagang lahat kinakatakutan yung Blacklist International. Kasi talaga, magkaroon ka lang ng isang error, they could use that to their advantage. So nung huddle nyo bago mag-umpisa, what was the key points there?
Sa ano pa sa turtle lang, yung pag-a-attack lagi. Tsaka pag naparamis kami, lamang lagi kami pag sa turtle. Sa mga ice cream namin.
Oh, speaking of that, yung mga objectives, this question is for Nets. Nets, MVP guys! My gosh! Binalik nyo yung banana split. Balikan natin yung game number 1. Kasi grabe yung crowd kanina. Nagsigawan. Something unexpected happened. You guys were about to clash sa Lord. Actually, may hininto ka nga dun eh. Even kesa bumalik ka, you actually, pinirvent mo si Edward from going back to base. Ikaw naman, nag-split push, napansin namin, binenta mo yung warrior boots, you switch that to rapid boots para makatakbo ka ng mabilis. Backdoor. Okay, first, kaninong call yon? Kaninong call? Sa yung call.
Apo.
Okay, bakit natin ginawa yung call na yon? Bakit hindi nyo gustong i-contest yung Lord? Nagkaroon ba kayo ng hesitation na feeling nyo hindi nyo siya makukuha and the only way to win was to backdoor? Ano yung concept behind that?
Ano po, lugi po kami kasi sa team fight po kami lugi. Tsaka nakita ko po 5 po sila sa alert. Sinugal ko na po yung yung segue po. Sinugal ko na po yun.
And how good does it feel? Kasi minsan lang kitang-kita kung gaano ka-upset yung kalaban nyo. What was the talk after and how does it feel to do some really smart strategy against Blacklist International?
Ano po, nakita ko talaga sila 5 dun eh. Lagi ko pong ginagawa sa ice cream yun eh. Yung gano'n ba?
Okay. Okay. Dahil ikaw ang naging bida for today's game, ipa-cheer naman natin sila. What time is it?
What time is it?
One more time!
What time is it?
Congratulations, Onyx Philippines, with a sweep. Now, let's break it down for you and see what our analysts have to say.
Shoutout kay Kaisep!
All right. I feel like this perfectly describes this series. We again saw the mashup of Faramis Valentina. If you could sum it up in a few words is, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. It's Onyx time. Faramis and Valentina. It is a very interesting matchup. Teams pick up the Valentina. If the Faramis is open, they won't be afraid to play it. And by the way, interesting stat here. If I'm not mistaken, it is now 1 win and 10 losses for a Valentina this season. And most of those matches, I feel like now they are at 6. It's up against the Faramis. Now, why is it that the Dairoth and the Irithel were the last picks for Onyx PH? Of course, we know the Dairoth is picked up as the direct response to the Esmeralda, but when you pair it up with an Irithel, what you get is a deadly combination that have abilities. That's the Shadow Step of the Dairoth and then the Strafe of the Irithel. Both of those abilities reduce physical defense. The Onyx PH lineup is mostly physical, and like the Blacklist lineup, for Onyx, their key is their marksman, their Irithel. If you go back and look to the match, Nets didn't build his Wind of Nature until the end because he positions himself so well and plays around the ultimate of the Faramis, which is the Cult Altar. Of course, with Oheb as a Claude, he really has to build that Wind of Nature before he continues to build more damage items. I'm thinking about the Malefic Roar here, as well as building Anti-Cuirass again because of the crazy burst damage combination that Ryota and Nets can dish out. Look at their items. You have a War Axe and you have the Hunter Strike for the Dairoth. They already have innate physical defense reduction. Add that with more items that really boost up the physical damage and still also reduce their physical defense, or increase their physical penetration rather, is what I'm trying to say. So in terms of the matchups here, it's not as different compared to game number 1. It's almost the same. Again, it's centered around the Faramis, Valentina, the ultimate setups, who activates the Cult Altar first. Will it be the Val? Will it be the Faramis? And near the end there, that became the biggest question. Usually the team that popped that ultimate first will be the one who can get an early lead, but then suddenly it will get turned around in their faces. One of the reasons why they were able to turn it around in different times here was because of how well Oheb and Nets positioned themselves in fights. Again, go back to the match. If you look at it, Nets really just waits for the blazing duet of the Claude. He stays far back, then he activates his ultimate, then he goes in and cleans up house, because you won't always full heal. If you come back from the Faramis ultimate, there is a moment where you'll be stunned, and that's a big opening for the Dairoth and the Aerosol to come in and deal the damage. But again, this was a much closer game compared to before. We even got to see Blacklist International take a pretty okay lead here. Now, the good thing for Onyx PH was they were the ones able to keep their Irithyll alive and safe, and that's a testament as well to the abilities of Nets. But this time, Blacklist, they were more sure with getting the turtles. They were even able to get the first long lord of the game. So, Blacklist, this was a much closer game in terms of what happened in game number 1. However, Onyx PH just had the different set of tools that you can't really exactly, or you don't need to exactly replicate what you did in game number 1. The Irithyll is a game changer here, because again, sometimes you just have to wait, find the perfect timing, and you will eventually be able to deal the damage as an Irithyll. He really waited. Rapidoot is the MVP of this game because there were many times where he would be the main he is the main initiator of Onyx PH rather, and he forced out the Cult Altar early on. Again, it's a question of who will activate the Cult Altar first and who can make the most of playing around the Cult Altar activations. The moments when players are stunned up. The moments you have the time to clean up house after the Cult Altar is down, who can win that fight. And as we saw there in the end, Rapidoot, great Fatal Link setups, great zoning, and most importantly, great patience. He knew what he was playing against in terms of the things that can counter when he's gonna use his ultimate. So there were times where you saw Rapidoot really just take up the brunt of the Blacklist International damage, really wait for the perfect time to use those Fatal Links. You don't need to catch 5. Sometimes you just need to catch 1. Usually, though, he was catching around 2 or 3. But Blacklist paced themselves well, but Onyx PH found ways for them to find the turnaround. Now, this is the first Lord here. They were able to take down Edward initially, Onyx PH, hence why it opened for them to go in and take the Lord. Because with an Esmeralda around, it will be really difficult for the Irithyll to go around, because that will be just trying to annoy the Irithyll. So it looked like Onyx would be able to take it, because with that Esme down, they will push forward. But Blacklist International, with some great micro plays, great positioning, and of course a great retribution by Wise, were able to take the first Lord of the game. That was one of the first key moments, and why it did look like Blacklist would be on the way to taking full control of the map and just forcing Onyx PH in a defensive position. But that's the beauty of having the Faramis. So you have the ability to risk going out of base and defensive positions if you have the Cult Altar up to try and get information and try to force a play. Now, we'll move on later into the game here. Look at Rapidoot, really waiting for his perfect timing. Rapidoot has not used his ultimate yet in this scenario. He's still holding to it. He's waiting for everyone to lose their life. You see Nets here staying alive, being able to find himself in a good position. You'll see Oheb go around and try to go for nets, but at that point, that's just an insane amount of damage. He pops the immortality and Oheb goes down, and eventually, Rapidude already used the Fatal Links. That's why he was the MVP. Patience. Sometimes, and as a roamer main myself, although obviously I'm not as good as our professional players here, for the roamers there who have ultimates, that really is the key to initiation for your team fights. Sometimes it's just really good to hold on to it as long as possible. Wait for that perfect moment, and Rapidude was able to find it. And in the end here, you'll see this was a okay formation for Blacklist in terms of potentially being able to defend, but Rapidude, bang! That catch. Haji had the Purify. Oh My Venus was not able to pop it off in time. So much crowd control, and this sets up what I was talking about with the Dairoth and with the Irithel. You know, the Abysm Strike of Dairoth is like in this little area. You see there, the ultimates for Ryota is already gone. The ultimate for Nets is already gone. You set up not for a big burst of magic damage as you usually want to imagine, like, oh, we have a burst mage, we'll set it up for that. They set it up for a crazy amount of physical damage, which even though Blacklist has the defensive items, at that point in the game, Dairoth and the Irithel will hurt. Again, going back to the innate abilities of those two heroes to just reduce physical defense or sidestep it altogether. It was a valiant effort for Blacklist International in terms of trying to defend those closing moments. But at that point, it was just Onyx time and Onyx opportunity to end the game and win the series with a sweep. A tremendous showing by these two teams. A well-deserved victory by a team that not a lot of people thought they could do it. And in week 3, they are continuing to do it. Onyx PH defeats Blacklist International 2-0. But of course, we still have some more awesome series coming your way after this break.
Feeling powerless with limited choices? Not anymore. Because with Smart's new Power All 99, I have the power to do what I want. With 8 gigabytes for all sites and apps, I have the power to play, to watch, to share, to stream, everything. Plus, Only TikTok gives me the power to stay on my FYP. And Only Text power to stay in touch. All that power for just 99 pesos. Load Smart's new Power All 99 for the power to do what you want. Best choice I made. Load now.
When you have the power of the fastest speed, when you have the power of the widest coverage, you get the best overall experience. Best viewing, best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network. Switch to the power you deserve. That's the power of Smart.
Pag tumataas ang bilihin, maraming natitigil. Pero di porke nagtitipid, ang saya, stop na rin. Sa TNT Sulit Affordable Loads, gipit man, tuloy pa rin ang saya. Yes! May pantawid kan para tuloy ang pag-connect sa araw-araw. Surf Saya 20 para tuloy ang kulitan at only kwentuhan. At All Data 50 para tuloy ang todo sayaw at saya. Tuloy ang saya sa TNT Sulit Affordable. Load na sa suking tindahan, GigaLife app o dial star 123#.
What you doing? Awesome's what I'm doing. What makes you awesome?
With the Galaxy A series. Get yours now.
Your money, your way. Your all-in-one money app. Maya, it's everything and a bank.
Uy, Big Mac! Sarap! Diretso na sa new McDelivery app for any McDo craving. May exclusive offers at discounts ka pa. Download now.
Sa new McDelivery, maraming ordering options. Upgraded ang tracker at updated ka with live chat. Level up now with the new McDelivery app.
Uy! Ice coffee!
Just tap for sarap.
Everyone has the chance to discover and be discovered on TikTok. Powerful voices, rising stars, unique creativity, insightful educators. We're welcoming a new generation of TikTok creators. You've heard our stories. It's time to start yours. Create, share, be discovered on TikTok.
Hi, Muffin.
I want this gun.
Okay, ma'am.
Poor eyesight, poor donkey. Come to EO Executive Optical for state-of-the-art facilities, expert eye care, affordable eyewear. EO, love your eyes.